Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Video Game Movie Month here on Reaction and Review. Tonight, guys, I'm checking out a film from 2010. That movie is Tekken. Now, I have played a Tekken game. I do not remember which one it was exactly. I know that it was on the PS3. And I remember it had a feature on there where you could watch this video that went over the history of the Tekken franchise. Now, when I first watched that video on the disc, I didn't know if it was going to be the history of the making of the games or maybe the history of the tournament. It was neither. Instead, it was this long, drawn-out, boring, stupid history about the soap opera between the family who runs the King of the Iron Fist tournament, which is probably the stupidest goddamn thing you could ever focus on in a fucking franchise about a fighting tournament. I'm hoping that the movie foregoes that stupid shit and focuses on the tournament. But then again, I have no idea. I have heard nothing but terrible things about this movie, most of them from fans of the Tekken franchise who apparently really like the stupid fucking soap opera bullshit with fucking, Hayachi and the rest of his idiot, boring family. So, I don't know if this thing is going to be any good. The only way I'm going to find out is if I shut up and I push play, and I'm going to do that right now. So, without further ado, it's time to kick back, relax, and check out Tekken. Well, guys, I can tell you that so far the story sounds really fucking dumb. I mean, I'm just saying the story here about just everything just seems a little stupid. I will say, though, soundtrack's good. I'm totally digging this. In fact, hell, let me turn this up a little bit. I can totally dig this fucking soundtrack, guys. You know, guys, when you're making a movie based on a fighting game, I think really, one thing that you have to at least try to get right is you need to have interesting fight scenes. And I just saw my first fight, and the filming, the editing, all of that was complete shit. And it took what could have been potentially an interesting fight, and it ruined it with its mountain of fucking, jump cuts and angle changes. And if that, honestly, guys, is what they are going to do in every fight in this fucking movie, then my god, guys, the next hour is gonna fucking suck. Okay, I am a little bit fucking disappointed that my personal favorite Tekken fighter's not in this movie. Where the fuck is King? Where the fuck is anything that has to do with King? They feature a whole bunch of no-name worthless fighters from the games, but no fucking King. That is bullshit, guys. I am calling that right now. But hey, who knows? Perhaps, honestly, this thing could benefit without King, and perhaps maybe the writing will stop being shit. Maybe the acting will be good. Perhaps maybe the fight scenes will be filmed right. Yeah, I don't think any of that's going to fucking happen either. Well, guys, it seems that the movie has figured out exactly how to hide their shitty fights. Instead of just filming them poorly, now you have to film them poorly and have the fucking lights flickering so much that you can barely see what the fuck is going on. Swear to God, guys, the fight scenes in this thing really fucking blow. And the very fact that now they have resorted to essentially strobing out the scene, it really doesn't make it any fucking better. Well, guys, the movie has officially knocked out the only interesting fighter the tournament had. Well, correction, the last fucking remaining interesting fighter, because the only other one was brutally knocked out in the very first goddamn match. So, is there even a reason to finish watching this? Because, guys, I'm telling you right now, this story is fucking dull. The fights suck. And my god, there's still almost a half an hour left. This, guys, is really starting to get fucking painful. Wait. How the fuck are we up to the finals? Fury only fought in one fight, and that was against fucking Dragunov. And Jin's had to fight too. Is there any, was this tournament thought out, at all? Because I could have sworn we started with 8 fighters. Almost everybody's only fought once. And we're up to the finals. How the fuck does that even work? Well, guys, that was Tekken. The movie opened with a really good song, it's closing with a pretty cool song, too. Unfortunately, everything that was between the two songs, complete shit. God, no. Okay. So let's talk about this. Like I said earlier, I have played at least one Tekken game in the past. I did own one of them. And I mentioned that video that's on that game, giving you the lengthy history of Jin, Hayachi, Kazuya, and all their soap opera bullshit. And I was hoping beyond hope, that this movie would have, kind of skipped past all of that. No, it fucking didn't. It put all of that garbage front and fucking center. And you know what? It's made infinitely worse when it's poorly fucking written. Mind you, guys, the actual game stories are not even that well written. They are like Shakespeare compared to the trash I just fucking watched. Alright, I would like to say right now that my knowledge of Tekken is not that deep. I know, thanks to that stupid video, the history of our three big characters and all of their family fucking strife amongst their corporation, this, and this. And because I like to play as King, I do know at least a little bit about King's backstory. Fucking pity that they didn't put King in here. They opted to put in fucking Raven, they put in the fucking Williams sisters, only one of which actually fought. So if you were gonna waste space with a fucking fighter who wasn't even going to fight in the first place, you could have filled that in with King. We could have had a good fight with King. Might have been fun. But no, fuck that. Let's actually just throw a whole bunch of fucking B fucking level fighters in there. Just simply because we don't want anybody to outshine Kazuya, Hayachi, and Jin. And I swear, the story between those three, it was stupid in the games. It's equally stupid here. Well, stupid, boring, and pointless is really sort of the way to go. And I'm sorry, guys, if I'm bitching about that, but that is what this film focused on. It's a movie about a fighting tournament, for fuck's sake. You focus on the fucking tournament, okay? Bloodsport focused on the fucking tournament, alright? And so did Enter the fucking Dragon. All of these focused on the tournament, and they did have extra shit like floating around in the background, but the fights were the focus. Even fucking King of Fighters, as stupid as that thing was, at least that focused on the fights. Well, the fights and the stupid shit about alternate fucking dimensions and Bluetooth earpieces, at least that was still far more interesting than what was in this piece of shit. Alright, so our characters are shallow, there's nothing here really. They focused on quite possibly the stupidest aspect of the entire Tekken franchise, which was a huge goddamned mistake. The characters who they picked, for the most part, are shit outside of, let's see here, Yoshimitsu, who is in one fight, which is kind of tragic, because I would have loved to have seen him in more. Eddie fucking Gordo, who gets punked out in the first round, spoiler on that. And then basically a whole bunch of nobodies who basically have to play second fiddle to this goddamn soap opera. And I'm going to touch on fights now, because guys, you know what, writing, there is almost no fucking writing here, and the story is complete garbage. I have no idea how loyal this is to the grand fucking Tekken world, because I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the Tekken storyline when I played the games. As soon honestly as I was hearing about the whole family fucking strife, I didn't care. So hey, who knows? Perhaps honestly the games are set in like a post-apocalyptic world where corporations have taken over every single country, and that the Tekken Corporation, I know it's not called the Tekken Corporation in the fucking games, you guys don't have to correct me, rule over the U.S., and the capital is Tekken City, which apparently is on the West Coast. I don't know if any of that shit's true. I don't fucking care. It was stupid as hell here, and if any of that shit is accurate, then the games are totally at fault for writing bullshit. But now let's talk about the fight scenes, because guys, that is one thing you need to get right if you're going to adapt a fighting game into a movie, is you need to get the fight scenes right. And the fights would probably have been really good if they were edited properly, if the camera work was good. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, a properly shot fight focuses on the fighters. The camera is usually somewhat fucking like stationary and still, and god damn it, every other shot is not slow-mo. Jesus fucking, but no, guys, we actually, guys, will have the camera focused here, but the fighters are like way the fuck over here because apparently there is a patch of audience that is far more fucking important than the two people involved in the goddamn fight. Okay? Or the camera is jittering around as if the person manning the camera is a chimp completely strung out on fucking caffeine. Okay? Or we have close-ups and there's so much fucking slow-mo. I swear to God, guys, over half of the fight footage in this goddamn thing is shown in slow motion, and it doesn't work. It actually ruins your fight because it kills the pace and the flow of the goddamn fight. Okay? It's bullshit. You maybe use that for big hits. None of the hits in here were actually big enough that I actually think that they would be, worthy of a fucking slow-mo shot. All right? No. So this thing was probably padded out by about 4 minutes simply because of all of the slow motion fight shot bullshit. Oh my God. I was hoping, guys, that we would at least have some interesting fight scenes in this thing, but no, we couldn't even get that. Which is probably the biggest sin this fucking thing has, is it's a movie based on a video game, specifically a fighting game franchise, and they shit the bed with the fight scenes. Oh my God. Okay, so what about acting? Well, let me just put it to you this way. One of our fighters is played by the same talentless hack who played fucking Kenshiro in that shitbag live-action Fist of the North Star movie. All right. The only other actor I know that the person who played Hayachi also played Shang fucking Tsung in Mortal Kombat, a far superior video game movie I should fucking mention. Those are the only two I know. And I will say that, what the hell is his name? Terry Tagawa, I think, is the guy who plays fucking Hayachi. At least he tries. And he's the only one who fucking does. Nobody else in this movie put in any level of fucking effort in terms of acting. But you see, that also is because when you hire a cast made up almost entirely of martial artists, you basically are entering into a massive crapshoot over whether or not they can act. Unfortunately, most of the people here couldn't, and they also were not able to show off their fighting fucking chops because the fight scenes were butchered to look like the shittiest kind of music fucking videos on the planet. All right, so acting here is a little bit lacking and kind of shit, minus one goddamned actor. Let me think. Costumes. I will praise this movie in terms of costumes, makeup, and everything else. The people here actually look, in most cases, they look exactly like the fighters who they are supposed to look like. And that is awesome. That really, guys, though, is like one of the few things I am going to praise that isn't like sound or lighting. I'll get to sound and lighting in just a sec. So yeah, guys, costuming here, makeup here looks really good. When you first see Hayachi, you know full fucking well that, and when you see him and the face looks perfect and the hair actually looks about as perfect as God is fucking willing to make it work, it looks great. And every single fighter's outfit looks perfect. It looks fucking stunning at times. So I am going to grant them that. At least that looked fucking right. Okay? And camera work outside of the fight scenes is at least competent. I wish that they would have taken that competent camera work and also worked it into the fight scenes, but oh well, shit happens. Lighting here is really good, minus the one fight scene, which I believe it was Jin being hassled by a pair of ninja assassins who wind up being the Williams sisters, and almost half of that fight is unseen because everything is all fucking like strobed and flashing and shit, so that way they can hide the fact that the fight scene was probably garbage. Beyond that one scene, though, lighting here in terms of everything else was really fucking good, and I'm not going to fault lighting there. Sound mix here is really good. Our soundtrack is good. Everything else here, guys, is at least functional, and all of that, though, is all fucking technical stuff. Sound mix, soundtrack. I will say that I really loved the fact that we opened with a song by Sick, fucking Puppies, and it's a really good song by them. And the rest of the soundtrack, unfortunately, is not quite that fucking good, but it is at least good. So we at least have one really good song on the soundtrack. Everything else is decent, but it's not able to live up to that. Ultimately, guys, when all is said and done, am I able to recommend Tekken? No. There's absolutely no motherfucking way. I mentioned earlier Bloodsport. I mentioned a couple other films that all focus on fucking fighting tournaments. By the way, I have to talk about this fighting tournament thing. Because normally, guys, when you're writing a film, this is going to go back into writing a little bit, and it has to do with a tournament. The tournament makes some level of fucking sense, okay? I am still trying to figure out how in the hell a quarterfinal match, how the winner of the quarterfinal match fights nobody and goes to the finals, because there was a quarterfinal match and it was between Yoshimitsu and Jin. Don't ask me who the fuck Yoshimitsu fought in the first round, because apparently it was no one. I also don't know exactly who in the hell fucking Dragunov beat. I don't know who Dragunov or Fury beat in order to get into the semifinals. Apparently they also beat no one, because this thing has a fight tournament which had, I believe, 8 fucking entrants. We had maybe 5 fights, so there's a couple of fights missing there. And they didn't bother to put any fucking thought into that. The writers naturally at one point go, hey, what if, from this point on, every single fight, all 2 of them are going to be fights to the death? Even though, honestly, there's at least 4 or 5 fighters, there's like maybe 4, 5, 6 fighters left. The next 2 fights, that doesn't quite mathematically add up, but fuck it, are all going to be fights to the death. Why? Because. God, guys, this whole movie, every frame of it is shit. There's no way in hell I am going to fucking recommend this. It sucks. It sucks as a Tekken movie. It sucks as an action movie. It sucks as a fighting tournament movie. If you guys want a fighting movie that's good, go and watch Bloodsport. Go watch Kickboxer. Go watch Enter the fucking Dragon. Go watch Rocky. Go watch The Wrestler. Go watch Play It. Go watch Play It to the Bone. Go watch No Holds fucking Barred. Any of those movies. Any of them. Fuck all of them. Go watch fucking King of Fighters, for God's sake. Go watch Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. All those movies are infinitely better than this. Fuck, go and watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That fucker is like 100 times better than the trash I just fucking watched here. Okay? This sucker is garbage from start to finish. Now, Tekken came off the Amazon wishlist. The person who sent it in was Jeremy, and you can find his YouTube channel at youtube.com/user/LordJarek. Jeremy, I thank you. I was really curious about this. I have one friend who's a diehard Tekken fan, and anytime that the subject of this movie would come up, he would then begin to mumble and swear and get really pissed off for about 10 minutes. So I had a bad feeling going into this thing. But I honestly wouldn't have had any fucking clue if you hadn't sent it in. And for that, I do thank you. Once more, that is youtube.com/user/LordJarek. Now, I mentioned quite a few movies there involving fighting that are better than this, and I've got quite a few of those on Blu-ray. I think I'm going to go and marathon a bunch of those because, god damn it, I really want to watch a good movie about fighting. And I think there is no better place to start than with the ultimate fight film of all time, and that is Enter the Dragon. So I'm going to go watch my Blu-ray of that, and then probably follow it up with, like, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and all the others I have. Anyway, guys, with that, we come to the close of another reaction and review. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.